So to cut the sleeve for the jacket, these are the measurements needed. Now I'll go ahead and measure my front and back armhole. I'll place my tape this way and measure it round. I'll be doing the same thing for the front part also. So now whatever I get from this, I'm going to bring my plain pattern paper. I'll fold it into two. Remember to fold it into two. Now remember that I took the measurement of my armhole for the front and back. After taking it, what I have altogether was 25 half and quarter inches. Now I'm going to be minusing the 1.5 inches I took for the front part for the allowance, and I will minus again the 1.5 inches I took for the back part for the allowance, making 3 inches. So now the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to minus that 3 inches from the 25.5 inches I measured out from my armhole measurement for both back and front. After doing that, I have 22.25. Now I'm going to be dividing this 22 and half. I'm going to divide it by 3. After dividing it, what I have was 7.5 quarter. Now I'm going to first of all measure the length of my sleeve. From this point here, I'll take that as my starting point. I'll measure down to the length of the sleeve. Now after doing that, I'm going to rule a straight line on those points I marked out. Now after doing that, I'm going to label this down part my full length line. Now I'm going to place that 7.5 quarter inches that I got after dividing 22 half and quarter inches by 3. Now I'm going to rule a straight line on that point there, and this will be serving as my bicep line. Now I'm going to take my elbow measurement. I place my tape from my shoulder to my elbow measurement. What I have is 13 inches. I'm going to rule a straight line at that point, and this will be for my elbow line. Now the next thing I'll be doing is I'll be taking my bicep measurement, that is my arm roundness. I'll be taking it, which is 14 inches, divided by 2 will give me 7 inches. So from that my bicep line, I'm going to measure the 7 inches. Remember my paper is folded into two. Now from that point, from the first line point, I'm going to connect it this way, meeting that 7 inches I took for my bicep line. After doing that, I'm going to divide what I have there by 2 this way, and I will mark a point there. Now on one part of this point here at the middle, I will still come and divide what I have here also for the first part. I will mark a point there also. I will be doing the same thing for the other part too. From that middle point, I'm going to divide whatever I have there by 2, and then I will mark a point there. Now the next thing I'll be doing now is from that first mark I have there, I'm going to be coming up by half and quarter inches. I will roll this straight, and then on the last line I have the last point I have, I'll come down by half inch. I will rule the line like that. Now the next thing I'll be doing is I'm going to measure what I have left on the last part by 2. I'm measuring this part because I'm going to be needing that for the back part. Now I'm going to come down by 1/4 inch from that part. Now I'll connect from this edge part, meeting that 1/2 and 1/4 inches I took upwards. That's that first line. Then I'll connect meeting the middle point just like this, meeting the 1/2 inch I took downwards. I'll just connect it this way, and then from that point to from that 1/2 inch I took, I'm going to connect it meeting that 1/4 inch I took, and this will be for my back part. Now what I'm going to be doing now, this is my back part and this is for my front part. Now I'm going to be taking, I already took my roundness for my arm, which is 7 inches. Then for my elbow line is 12 inches divided by 2 will give me 6 inches. I'm going to mark it there. And then for my wrist line, what I got is 9 inches. I'm going to be dividing that 9 inches by 2. So what I have is 4 1/4 inches. I'm going to mark the point there, and then I will use my ruler to connect both points. Remember, your paper or your fabric is to be folded into 2. Now I'll connect to the point I have there this way. So now remember that 1.5 inch I minus for the body measurement. I'm going to be replacing it now for my my sleeve. So after I'm done replacing it, I'll rule a line to connect those points I marked out for the allowance. And this is all for the sleeve. This is just like a simple way to cut the sleeve. Now when I'm cutting on your fabric, add 1/2 inch sewing allowance at the down and the top part only. So this is my cap height. The first line there is my cap height. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So I went ahead to cut out that first line. So after doing that, go ahead and choose your front part and your back part. So now this is for my back part and this is for my front part. So for the front part, I'm going to be cutting extra 1/4 inch from this side. So watch closely. From this side, I'm going to be cutting out 1/4 inches out this way. So now this is for that 1/4 inch that I'm supposed to cut out from this part. So because I already chose my front from my back, so I'm just going to cut it out from the other part I made as my front part. And this is it for the sleeve part. So now I'll go ahead and place this on the armhole. First of all, notch the middle point. I'll place this the back side facing the back part of my dress, and then I'll measure it to make sure I have the same accurate measurement. So as you can see, it's the same measurement after cutting my sleeve. And this is all for this jacket tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you.